5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Produces high-quality products based on experience and know-how of the bottle lines for mineral water and beverages. First of all, we consider customer satisfaction the most important thing. As you know, our products are equipments for mineral water production. The producing process consists of 2 stages. The first stage is for storage, filtration, and sterilization of the water to make it pure. Second stage is consisted of filling and the packaging procedures. Let me explain each procedure in detail later. Our products are well known for its durability and high quality. Our goal is to provide good quality service to our customers and meet their needs. We will try to do our best in order to minimize customers' dissatisfaction and serve clients as our own families. Now, let me describe the equipment for PET. As you can see, it is called Desalination and Oxygen Unity System. This equipment can remove salts from seawater. Of course, the water retains its minerals as it was, and then its equipment injects oxygen into the desalted water. Bottles which are piled up on the pallets are supplied into the storage hopper of the bottle feeder and then transferred into the uni-scrambler through a conveyor. You can see the inside of the unscrambler. Bottles are inserted into the selector piece by automatic rotary, the unscrambler, and uprighted by the suit. Then they are moved to an air conveyor through a vacuum conveyor. Let's see the inside of a factory for cleaning, filling, and the capping of bottles. It is composed of the clean room and purified water reservoirs. Now the air shower, which is installed in front of the clean room, cleans away the dust of our bodies. Bottles uprighted by the unscrambler are moved to the air conveyor. This is the equipment for cleaning the bottles. Bottles are divided automatically by the star wheel and positioned upside down by the bottle gripper for the bottle cleaning process. For this procedure, you can see the remarkably outstanding technology. Each size of the bottles, such as 1.8, 0.9, and 0.5 liters, are rinsed without any change part. Successfully cleaned bottles are inserted into the filler nozzle and lifted up for the filling. Liquids are filled into bottles rapidly when opening the filler valve. Like the previous process, each size of the bottles are filled without any change part. When caps are supplied into the storage hopper, it is operated automatically. Caps are lifted up consecutively from the storage hopper. When being lifted, they are lined up automatically through the cap rail. You can see the star-shaped device at the lower part of the cap rail. It is a device for prevention of misoperation that has resulted from reverse position caps. When caps are moved to the star wheel, they are lifted up being inserted into the header of sealing machine. At the time when caps and bottles are combined together, they are come down for sealing. Here you can see again that each size of the bottles, 1.8, 0.9, 0.5, are filled without any change part. It is the process for making the date. The date is marked by date quarter when bottles are passing through it. The location is a user's option. The date-marked bottles are moved through the conveyor to wraparound packer, and the chamber of the gathering conveyor in the wraparound packer is filled with bottles. As you can see in the whole packing room, we separate it from the filling room because of the dust. This is the operation of the wraparound packer. The bottles, which are distributed by the divider, are coming through each line. Unfolded boxing papers are supplied from the box supplier. When the piled bottles are put onto the paper, they come down and the paper is shaped into the package box. Then the box is moved through the conveyor and pasted by the hot melt. The boxes are moved to the weight checker through the box conveyor from the wraparound packer. This is a machine for checking the weight of liquids. If there is a box that does not contain the proper weight, it would be discharged from the conveyor. Otherwise, the process will be continued. Packaged boxes are moved into the palletizer. You can see the piling up stage, which is programmed by determining how many boxes are piled up per pallet. Pallets are automatically supplied by the pallet magazine. The pallets are automatically packed with plastic wrap by the stretch wrapping machine. It protects the boxes from being scattered during transportation. All the procedures are finished with piling the pallets up by a forklift truck. Now let's go to 5-gallon PC. Bottles for the 5-gallon can be recycled. They arrive at the factory from agencies that recover the bottles. This is the unloading procedure from the truck. The procedures are started with putting empty recycled bottles onto the conveyor of depolletizer. The empty bottles are successfully moved to injection conveyor by depolletizer. And empty pallets are piled onto the magazine and moved to the palletizer by a forklift truck for reuse. The cases and bottles are moved to the entry conveyor in turn. Then manual inspection is carried out to separate our company's bottles from others. This is the procedure for purification of water. Sequences and procedures are optimized corresponding to the criteria of Korean examinations for mineral water. Sequences are the following: storage tank, filter, carbon filter, microfilter, O3 sterilizer, UV sterilizer. Let's go inside the factory. As you can see, these are various composite equipments. The factory is filled with machines, equipment, and conveyors. You can make a good combination with these elements according to your product conditions. The cases, of course, containing empty bottles are separated into case itself and bottles. When cases are stopped at proper position, the clamp comes down and catches the empty bottles. Then the bottles are lifted onto the bottle conveyor while the empty cases move to the next process. Empty cases are moved through the box conveyor. Then they are cleaned and discharged by the case washer. Empty bottles that are separated at the unpacker are moved to the decapper through the bottle conveyor in order to remove the caps from the bottles. On the other side, bottles without caps are directly moved to the next process and examined manually for their clearness. The examined bottles are moved into the rotary rinser. The bottom-up bottles are inserted and cleaned with a plastic cleaning agent. The cleansing water can be recycled 2 times, and the pressure of water can be adjusted for 3 to 9 kilograms per square centimeters. Also, you can control the temperature of water from 0 to 80 degrees Celsius. As you can tell by its name, it is a device for cleaning the shoulder, waist, and bottom of the bottles by brushing. Then bottles are moved into the inner brush washer through the bottle conveyor. This machine brushes the inside of bottles. The brushed bottles are inspected carefully again and moved to the next process that examines the smell of the bottles. This is the most important process among the cleaning procedures. The purposes of this procedure is to sterilize general bacteria and examine the remaining materials for the last time. It is consisted of several sub-procedures such as the following: bottle injection, first cleaning, second cleaning with warm water, third cleansing, steam and hot water, fourth cleansing, O3 and purified water, fifth cleansing, purified water passing through ultraviolet light. These sterilized bottles are moved to the filling room through a special path through the clean room. The purpose of this path is to protect the bottles from any falling bacteria. At the filler, the water is injected automatically. The water in the purified water tank should be sterilized again by exposure of ultraviolet light. Moreover, inside of the filler, another ultraviolet sterilization is carried out, and a clean room is prepared for making pure air. Therefore, be careful not to open the door during the filling. After the filling, bottles are transferred to the capper through a germ-free room. The caps stored at hopper are moved to the cap sorter through the cap conveyor. Then caps are arranged one by one and moved to the cap rail. 2 parts, caps through the cap rail and filled bottles through conveyor, are combined in the capper by the action of the upper press conveyor. And in order to prevent miscapping, they are tapped once again by the cylinder. To find extraneous materials and check the proper weight, final naked eye examinations are carried out by inspectors. After inspection, the date is marked on the cap. Auto neck banding machines put the plastic film onto the caps. This procedure is done to shrink the plastic film by heating and to be sealed tightly. This guarantees a roll against breakage during distribution. In fact, nobody can drink without breakage of the plastic film. At the case packer, the bottles are inserted into the case, which are cleaned at the case washer. The clamp catches bottles and puts them into the case. The bottles with cases are piled up on the pallet through the case conveyor. 36 bottles are piled up in 3 rooms. The piling pattern is determined by your opinion. The upper part of the pallet is banded strongly to protect it from being scattered during transportation. The final products are transported into the storehouse by the forklift truck and wait for their turns. Thank you very much for your interest in our product. We wish your company success in the future.